Do as I say, not as I do. Hello and welcome to episode 65 of Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. I'm Jane Ubel, and of course, I am a mother of two sons that both totaled cars as teenagers within 6 weeks of each other. And of course, with me today is a man with a lifetime of knowledge, veteran crash investigator and driver safety expert Mike Pehl, who is going to help us out today because, of course, our calm, cool, and collected keeper of our student enrichments, Natasha, is going to tell us what we have today on topic.
Yes. So today we have Elijah, and he says, "Hi, Mike. This week I co-piloted my mom in the car. She is a very good driver, but often at stop signs, she did not come to a complete stop, unless there were cars, of course. Also, sometimes she would turn left in a left lane, but end up in the right lane. That's all for today."
Wow.
I love that. That's
Now,
all
this
for
is
today.
truly throwing your parents under the bus. I mean, we have a
Yeah.
number of these, but this was a good thing to show why we have our title of our podcast.
Yeah, we kept him a little anonymous so he doesn't get grounded.
That's right.
Elijah, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. Way to go, man. I think I mean, so obviously, parents, people out there, listen, our students can't do this. They cannot pass their test to do it that way. And it doesn't make a good driver. All right. When we make lefts, so this is why parents need to get involved in this driver's education process because it would make life so much easier for the student. And what else? It makes them a better driver, a safer
Mhm.
driver.
Most of the parents who are involved, which the majority are, always
Yes.
say, I've learned something too.
Mhm.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I know I
absolutely.
did.
Well,
I did.
just so you parents know that when a student comes back from a behind the wheel and we have corrected all the things, I'll tell you what my first statement on the first lesson is I would say, Elijah, listen now. 99.9% of our parents could not go past their driver's test today if they drove the way they drove every day,
Bien
right? And he would go,
laissez-faire.
and Elijah would say to me, "You're right, Mike. You know what? My mom does this and does my dad does this." And they get to the stop sign and say, "Get up where you can see, get up where you can see." And those are all disasters waiting to happen. Why? Because we're always in a hurry. Okay, so the rolling stop, listen, parents, you do not, your kids become the product of you. I don't know if you, I wish they would become the product of me, but I only get them for 6 hours. So I get them to go straight and narrow. I got them on the path that there is no way they're going to deviate from the line. And guess what? Mike goes away, or your driving instructor goes away because now they have their license, and you allow them to start falling back into the trap. And once they're in the trap, then it's bad, bad, and bad. Just so you know, mom, dad, rolling stops on a teenager's driving record will cost $3,000 to $5,000 in insurance. I want you to add up all the stops and how much time it's going to take to make the complete stop. Feel the jerk. I want you to add all that up over the course of a year, and you're going to find out of that whole year, you wasted 15 minutes of your time. And if I was going to give you a job and say, I will give you a minimum of $3,000 to make a complete stop for 15 minutes of a year, would you take the job? You'd be all over it, just like that.
Yeah.
So I just put money involved with the stop. And then the turning in the wrong lane, the reason we don't do that, guys, is because when you go from the left lane and you come all the way over into a right lane, you get the habit of doing that on multi-lanes and that person making a right. So if I'm going to take a left and the person at the intersection is taking a right, we both have access to our lanes. When you're in the habit of going wide, now we have a crash. All right.
Mhm.
Whose fault's it going to be? Well, guess what? If I'm in the car, you're going to be at fault because I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to tell the cop everything that you did wrong. All right. But the problem is your son or daughter is not going to be as, how would I put it, as experienced as Mr. Mike Pehl. All right. So they're not going to be able to tell the cops what it is. So you're going to end up with a 50% accident on that. All right. So just, you know what, if we just do it right, you owe it to that young driver to do it the right way. And don't say, oh, it's okay to speed. It's okay to go 5 miles over, because it's not. Because then they do it in the construction zone. Do they allow it? Sometimes, yes. Do they allow it in a construction zone? No. Do they allow it in a school zone? No. You know what? If we just learn from the beginning the way we teach it in driver's ed, you know what? We get a progress report out on the first lesson, and this is what we say to our students. If you ever have an accident, I want you to look at this piece of paper. It'll tell you exactly what you didn't do. Case closed. You just look. I guarantee you, it'll be exactly what you didn't do. You fail your driver's test, look at here. And then the saying is, well, my mom does it all the time, just like this. My dad does it all the time. Well, your dad's not testing. You know what? If you want your license, you need to do it this way. But more importantly, continue to do it this way, because we need you as a smarter, safer driver. So, sorry about that. So we need you as a smarter, safer driver. So pay attention to what your instructor says. Now, good job, Elijah. I love it. And once again, for us to have an enrichment that the student goes out to co-pilot mom and dad, I love it. Everybody out there should love that.
And he must have been listening, because he knew
Mhm.
what was wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he had seen it. And as we always know, many children say, or not children, teens say, Mike says,
Mike says.
Yep.
and
The
that's
Mike-
a good thing.
The Mike says rule. The Mike says rule.
That's right. That's very good. All right. Well, once again, we thank you for coming and enjoy. Well, hopefully you enjoyed and learned from our podcast today. And we want to thank you for doing that. And if you have any information that you want, you can look at the links right below, and either email us or send us story ideas, or if you have questions about things that we can use for our podcast, that would be great. If, of course, you want to get our podcast directly to you, you can go to youtube.com/DriveSafeRideSafe, one, the number, not the word, and you will be able to get subscribed to our podcast, and it'll go right to your email. And so with that said, I want you to know that we are going to
Drive safe.
Ride safe.
.com.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.